If you've seen the movie The Shining, you might be thinking the Overlook Hotel is a figment of your imagination. But what if I was to tell you that the movie was based on an actual hotel here in Yosemite National Park in California? And it's scarily realistic to the movie. There are some bits that are not quite the same, but a lot of it is, including the lifts, the big main room, the big main restaurant, and so much more. And just like the movie, you've kind of got to go through the wilderness to get to it. It's about 30 minutes deeper into the mountains, and I've booked one night there. Come on. I don't think the camera does it justice. I've never seen a cliff face like that in my life. So high. The movie The Shining was never shot at this hotel. It was all filmed in England. But Stanley Kubrick sent out people to go and find the most unique hotels from around the world. And one of his people found this place, and obviously he fell in love with it. And he only changed tiny little bits in the movie, which we'll talk about when we get there. But driving through this scenery is amazing. It's like it's a screensaver or something. Can't believe my eyes are actually seeing it. And we've arrived to the real Overlook Hotel. Okay, so I'm going to do this tour a little bit different because I want to wait to show you the hotel, you know, that gives you the real Shining vibes. And the best time to do that is when everybody is in bed. That's not the case at the minute because the hotel is quite busy. But straight away the hallways are very old. The carpet doesn't look like it's been changed in a while. This is a historic hotel, but it smells spooky as. My room's up here. Just notice these little doors. What are these about? They're locked. There's a little door there, and then there's another little door there. Just seeing some of the reviews for the hotel, and a lot of people say how dirty the carpet is. It doesn't look like it's been hoovered at all. This is my room key. It's huge. The door's dirty as well. When you walk into the room, not only do you get a little bit freaked out, but once I turn all the lamps on, there's a bit of a cozy feeling. There is a little bit of a musty smell in here as well. Let me give you the tour. So I've gone for a balcony room, which I'll show you the balcony in just a moment. First up, we've got a huge chair. There's a little coffee table there, but first thing you notice is the carpet. This is ancient. And again, I think they're using a hoover that has got no suction whatsoever, because you can see bits all over it. And there's some proper stainage going on here. Blimey, look at the walls as well. The walls are all marks on them. Just feels really grubby. But they do have an in-room coffee machine and some mugs and some sugar and some milk, which is handy to have because I haven't had that much on my trip. They do have a mini bar. There's nothing in it, just in case you need it. A couple of drawers and the TV as well. I mean, just look at the surround on the roof there. It's so old. But at least the bed looks reasonably new. Bed test, all nice and firm. And like I say, it does come with a mattress encasement. The thing that freaks me out though, in a hotel like this, is that the doors are so super thin. I mean, it wouldn't take much for someone just to push their way into my room. It's not exactly a deadlock on there. Every hotel that I've been in the US, none of them do firm pillows. They're all these feather pillows, which I'm not a big fan of because when I sleep in them at night, your kind of head sinks into them and it makes me sweat. But there is some air conditioning in the room, which is good. Does that look like blood to you on the bed? Got an alarm clock. We've got a phone for reception and a TV guide. wildlife program about bears. And something I learned today, and being from England, we're not really familiar with bears, but I found out today that bears can smell like a chewing gum stick up to 2 miles away. So obviously when you arrive, they always tell you not to have any food in your car whatsoever, and always be careful when it comes to food outside as well. 2 miles away, wow. Over this side, binoculars, that is a great idea. Do you like the lighting? Headboard, nice leather, and there's also some plug sockets in there as well. The air conditioning unit is very simple indeed. Here is the bathroom. Now this also has Shining vibes all over it. The baths are so low, they are literally laying on the floor. Unlike in the UK, we kind of have our baths just a little bit higher up. But that's literally, I think even in this case, it's a little bit below the floor. Check out the tiles. So this is a bath stroke shower. Got a shower head. Huge sink, fluffy towels. At least we've got some shower gels. Because I've stayed in quite a few hotels in Hollywood beforehand that didn't have these. And it even comes with a rubber duck, shaving mirror, and some tissues. Look at that. They've got that on point as well. And there's the toilet. Oh, just flannels. Hairdryer there. And then this is the... Oh, we've got some dressing gowns. Oh, I hate these cupboards that have the lights come on like that. It's like a scene from a horror movie. Ooh, that freaked me out a little bit. I thought that was a mirror, but there is an extra little room back here that someone could quite easily hide in. Not that I'm giving anyone that idea. I do not like this carpet. It's not nice. So each of the rooms get this little bit of information about their room. Completed in 1927. The hotel, or this room was inspired by the owner's private quarters. It says here, your room was developed with all the care and craftsmanship befitting a National Historic Landmark hotel. Elegant, sophisticated, infused with both history and the spirit of Yosemite. It also includes the kinds of modern amenities and thoughtful details you'd expect to find in any well-appointed hotel. Shame they haven't changed the carpet. From the outside, the hotel looks amazing. And they also have a pool, because it does get rather warm up here in the summer. It's been warm today, so I'll wait till it gets a little bit darker to get a better perspective of the hotel. So I can't find anywhere else other than the hotel that does food. I think there's another like an RV park or something up the road, but I don't know whether they do food or not. So you kind of got to eat in the hotel, and I did ask if there was any availability, and they said there isn't. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Anyway, as I walked away, the lady said, oh, I can fit you in at 8 o'clock, which is in about 20 minutes. So we'll go into the big Colorado room, where the restaurant is, where you'll get to see your first glimpses of the Shining Hotel. Like I said, I'll show much more of it later on when everyone's in bed, but we'll go and get some dinner in there. I stupidly left my key in the door, didn't I? Did you see that? The lift is still going up as the doors open, like the Hollywood Horror Hotel. Hang on. Wow, this is one old, very dirty lift. Wow. Look at this. Thank you very much. So it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, which is just over there. This room is incredible. I'm getting kind of mixed vibes here. I'm getting Harry Potter stroke The Shining. It's weird. But this is one of the most impressive rooms in this hotel. Obviously the other rooms that you will see will remind you of the movie The Shining. but they're having some work done to the hotel to make sure it's earthquake proof apparently, but it doesn't affect your view during the evening. During the day it probably does. I don't know whether we'll get to see this room in the morning, just because I'm going to have to leave so early because I've got a very early flight. Let's go check out the buffet. It's pretty limited. So there's chicken. Not a lot of people have gone for the fish. There's prime rib. Tri-tip, don't know what that is. So much sauce left. It's mac and cheese and there's chicken tenders. And then there's salad. Is this it? I'll pass on that. Pass. Oh, it's mashed potato, I think. Prawns. Everybody's gone to sleep. It's 3 in the morning and I've got the whole hotel to myself. Now, if you do know about the movie The Shining, this will be familiar. If you're not familiar with the movie The Shining, this could just look like any great old American hotel. But if you are a fan of The Shining, you're going to love this. Come on. Red carpet welcomes you into that Ahwahnee Hotel. So in the movie, this is where Jack walked into reception. It looks pretty similar. And then he would have walked into the rest of the hotel. This might look familiar. When Jack is walking through, and in the movie there's stairs there that go up, and Jack's down here with his typewriter. I don't think the fireplace is quite there in the movie either. Just how the floors creak exactly the same as it does in the movie The Shining. Look at the fireplace. This is just ridiculously big. Imagine Santa coming down there. Wow. That is huge. You can imagine a cold, stormy night up here with that fire roaring and just the sound of the wind up against the windows. Just look at the ceiling. Needs a little bit of work. So up here, I think this is just a seating area, and where the business centre used to be. The best rooms in the place, I think, are in there. But you get a great bird's eye view from up here of the Grand Hall. Look at that. You know, like most people who have seen the movie, being here feels totally surreal because it's all so familiar, yet it isn't. Can we go up there? Whoa. Look at that, another fireplace. I don't know if you can see that. There's a cauldron under there. Bit of an event space, I think. Is this the same size as the other fireplace? It looks massive. Is this the same size as the other fireplace? They literally mirror each other, one there and one right at the back. And can you see what's down there? Famous shining lifts. Now I think it's this lift that looks more like from the movie. Oh, the blood comes gushing out. Look at that. These lifts are really old. They kind of do that thing where when they open, the lift bounces and you're like, what? And of course this is where I had dinner last night. Like I said last night, it feels Harry Potter vibes, stroke Shining vibes, all combined, if that's possible. The space of this room though, the size of it, is incredible. Let's go in the lift. It's the service elevator. I thought this was old, but then I realised it was for today. About what's going on, weather, and hike of the day, and all the information you need about bears. This is making a noise. Can you hear that creaking? I don't know if the camera picked that up, but the door's open as the lift is moving still. So I'm up at the penthouse. This is where the original owners would have had their residence. I think a lot of this has been redone up here. We need to go down to another level, I think. When this first opened, the entire 6th floor was a large open ballroom. Look at the old photos, wow. So obviously there's no maze. There's no big snow car. Luckily, I haven't seen any girls standing at the end of the corridor. And in fact, the hallways are nothing like this in the movie, are they? I don't remember where my room is. How much is breakfast? $32. So I decided not to go for breakfast in the end. I just went for, I think it's a complimentary coffee. I'll double check on my way out. Final bill here. How much did it cost me to spend one night in the real Overlook Hotel? So breaking it down as always, the rate for the room was $766, a Yosemite Conservancy tax of $5, occupancy tax of $91.92, one TBID tax for $11.49, one California tourism assessment for $1.53. To park my car, it cost $30. Grand total, $905.94 to spend one night here. It's a breathtaking hotel. Obviously the connection to The Shining, I was actually surprised talking to a few people. Some of them had never even seen The Shining. I thought this whole hotel would be full of people that are like, oh my God, I'm here because of the movie. No, they're all here obviously to enjoy Yosemite National Park and to hike, because you can literally just start exploring just straight from the hotel. The hallways though on the lower levels are pretty grim. They're really dirty. The carpets don't look like they've been hoovered. Those lifts though, the hotel was built back in the 1920s. They are still the original lifts and they bounce as they open. It's crazy. It's almost like being in that Hollywood drop tower at Disney. Oh, and by the way, you don't get any phone reception up here, and their Wi-Fi is not very good. I read that on some of the reviews and I thought, well, maybe they've fixed that, but no, it really is that remote. I loved how old-fashioned the room was though. It was clean, it was quiet, there was no ghosts. Although saying that, I did have a little bit of a weird experience this morning. I woke up really early because I had a bit of a coughing fit, and then I kind of went back to sleep for an hour, and as I did, I only just laid on the bed. Whether I was dreaming, but it felt like someone was just gently doing this to my face, and it felt so relaxing. And then I was like, hang on a second, I'm here on my own. And then I felt the sheets go tight either side of me, and that was when I was like, no, get up, move. Again, whether that was a little bit of sleep paralysis, did I dream it, was it real? I'll never know. That was the only spooky thing that happened to me in this hotel. Tell me your thoughts. Would you stay here? Please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.